I had one last video going into the insanity, some of the insanity in the United States.
To leave like a dozen times. Wake up, maggot! It's time for your annual race war! Oh, you didn't want to be in a race war? Well, too bad. You're in one. Your skin color is your uniform, soldier. Black people on this side, white people on this side, Italians... We'll figure it out later. Attention! Which one of you lily lickers mixed the white Monster Energy with the Kool-Aid pineapples? How many times do I have to tell you? No mixing. Now get suited up, soldier. You're heading into your first battle. The comment section of a Nick Fuentes Instagram reel. Godspeed.
The comments section of a Nick Fuentes Instagram reel. Okay.
Hello, and welcome.
Can you be racist against white people? Yes, you can.
Welcome to another episode of I am your host, Shoe0nHead. You may know me as Timu Boxy, or perhaps the woman who footmogged Hassan Piker. Thank you.
I missed that.
Thank you. I know a few of you have come here from that last video, so hello, new friends, and old friends, please say hello to the new friends. Do not scare them away. One of the biggest things that happened when I was gone was the conclusion to the Carmelo Anthony trial. Now, for those of you who are unaware, for those of you who have no
I followed the beef between Hassan and Shoe0nHead. It was entertaining.
idea what has been going on, don't worry about it, kid. No, but what happened was last year during a Texas high school track meet, Carmelo Anthony, a 19-year-old student, and Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old student, got into a heated dispute after Carmelo entered Austin's tent, which was like a rivalry school's tent. An argument followed, and then allegedly Carmelo said, "Touch me and see what happens," and so Austin shoved him, and Carmelo pulled a knife out, and yeah. Austin then passed away in his brother's arms. Court argued that that use of force with a knife was completely unjust
and premeditated. You bring a knife to school, and then you kill someone with a knife. That's premeditated. If you hadn't had the knife, you wouldn't have killed him, and you wouldn't be in jail.
That a single shove did not justify a deadly response. During the trial, jurors listened to witnesses' accounts of the events, reviewed video evidence, and after a few days, the jury found Carmelo Anthony guilty, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. And everyone accepted that outcome because they understand how the law works and they respect our justice system. Haha.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Yeah.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion here.
These kinds of face-to-face, emotion-rising, shouting matches really do no good.
In this video, we are going to discuss the insane reactions to the Carmelo Anthony trial, read some tweets, watch some TikToks, as well as debunk a bunch of misinformation because I am just tired of seeing the same ridiculous, regurgitated talking points repeated ad nauseum by hundreds and thousands of people just believing it as gospel, hyping themselves up into a race war. No, I am not kidding. That is how bad it is getting. Growing up, I was always told not to judge people based on their appearance, that it didn't matter what gender you...
Yeah, you're lucky. A lot of people growing up these days are told that you should judge people based on their appearance. If they're white, they're evil.
Or what your sexuality was. Didn't matter if you were short or tall or fat or thin. I was always told that skin color was not important. And it's not. But you know what is important? Your skin's health. So before we get into the video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
I'm skipping it.
It's airy, it looks like it's protecting your skin, but the main ingredient in most of these cans is actually propellant.
Wait, there's even a jump ahead button?
That's what not skipping the ad.
It's
Right.
the first time I used that button. Sorry, Shoe0nHead. I watched a few seconds of it.
Now let's get back to the video. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into this, shall we? They found him guilty so fast right before Juneteenth. These folks...
As I get bigger, I'll probably do what the big content creators do and not skip the ads, but for now, I'll do a better job of watching them next time.
Playing in our faces. Carmelo's only crime was not allowing himself to get beat down by a white man. Carmelo will get out of prison. That boy ain't getting out of the grave.
Yes, that is what some people are upset about, and that, yep, he's lucky to get 35 years only.
If he kept his hands to himself, he'd still be enjoying his white privilege today. White people are not victims of racism. You can't be a victim of a system you created. Hey, 23-year-old white guy who can't.
Yeah, tell that to Henry Novak, who died because he was white, because the police handcuffed him as he was bleeding to death from, they believed his attacker, the guy who stabbed him, and so when he said, "Oh, he did a racism against me." If Henry Novak had been any in the UK, had been any ethnicity except white, he'd be alive. That's systematic racism for you.
Can't find a job and still lives with your parents. Did you know you created the entire system we're in right now, and therefore it's totally acceptable to hate you and be racist towards you? Is that the same stupid shit they say to men, like, oh, you created the patriarchy? Like, who the f are you talking about? Joe Schmo working at Chipotle didn't create shit. The system isn't benefiting white people at all. It's not benefiting anyone except the rich and powerful. The racism equals prejudice plus power bullshit really one-shotted these people, huh? Only a black child can be minding their business, get ambushed, bullied, and pushed around, and become the aggressor for protecting.
Okay, I'm gonna let Shoe0nHead address this, because I would just minding his own business. He was in a tent he wasn't supposed to be at, and he was asked to leave 17 times.
Himself. What? He was quite literally not minding his own business. He was in a rival's team tent
With a knife.
and was asked to leave like a dozen times. Witnesses say he started escalating it into a fight and then stabbed someone in the fucking heart. That's not minding your business. Why did they hire that horrible lawyer? Had to be the worst defense in history. Absolutely no reason Carmelo shouldn't have testified. We gotta do better with who we hire to represent us. Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. His family raised like $1 million on GoFundMe and then blew it all on a new house and a fucking Cadillac. So then they had to get a public defender. That baby was
Yeah. L family.
sentenced to 35 years? I love the community note. That murderer was sentenced to 35 years. Black
That was a W community denote.
people, please carry more than a pocket knife. Get their asses before they can get you. What the hell do you mean, get their asses before they can get you? That's literally what Carmelo did. He got Austin's ass. He killed him. Why the f are they acting like Carmelo was the one who died? 35 years on your first offense is over sentencing. Yeah, there has to be a retrial. This is blatant injustice. First offense. And the offense in question is murder. Your Honor, it was only his first murder. 35 years ago...
Yeah, he has to have the chance to commit at least a second murder before you put him away for good.
A Nazi got you a Purple Heart, but now that a German American is president, it gets you a life sentence. All white people deserve no mercy. Now Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old, is a Nazi because he was white. Also, 35 years ago... Does this dude think World War II was in 1991? Black Americans, arm yourselves. This country is officially a terrorist state of white supremacists. You have no reason to abide by or follow any more laws in this country. Law enforcement and these politicians are all terrorists. Let it all fall. Time for judgment. Just as I suspected. Schizophrenia. I recommend logging the f off. Do these people just live in a completely different reality? A guy gets put in prison for murder, and they're like, wow, what's the...
The media is responsible for this. It's the media and colleges spreading the lies of systematic racism. When that's long gone.
point of even following the law anymore. Having a black son gotta be the tops of fears. I'm going insane. It was the white son that was murdered. Why are they acting like the black son was murdered? Why are you scared of having a black son in this context? Oh, I'm so scared my son will stab someone and go to jail one day. Like, what? What? It's only self-defense when a black kid dies. Literally, multiple witnesses, including black witnesses, including Carmelo's own friends, said that Carmelo was the aggressor in the situation. Also, just in general, murder is not the acceptable punishment for a shove, for a push. That's not how that works. 50,000 likes on that bullshit, by the way. 50,000 people saw that and were like, hell yeah. Black kids are the only kids who can't afford to make mistakes without dire consequences.
The proposed community note needs to be put up faster.
Your Honor, it was a mistake. My client did a little oopsie poopsie, a little fucky wucky ooh woo, if you will. Black people are held to a higher standard than every other race. We are expected to be perfect, while others are given grace, excuses, and— Hey, stop.
Not murdering is perfection.
Just a reminder that this is all in context of the Carmelo Anthony situation. So the held to a higher standard In this case, the higher standard of do not stab people. I'm sorry, okay.
Yeah, do not commit premeditated murder. Because it was premeditated. He brought that knife to school. And he went over to the other tent to start shit. This was premeditated murder. Not like second-degree murder or anything. Premeditated.
Okay, go on. One mistake by a black person gets used to judge an entire community. Oops, I fell and my knife accidentally stabbed your heart.
Austin fell on...
I accidentally brought a knife to school. I accidentally went over to your tent. And accidentally he fell and put my knife into your chest after retrieving that said knife from my backpack.
To Carmelo's knife, trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2.
I'm crashing out. I'm crashing the f out. Please let the next one be somewhat rational. Y'all gentlemen are so fucking dumb. Y'all really thought that he was gonna get away with stabbing that kid to death. I can tell a lot of you were raised by hoes. Finally, a normal, sane person. A strong
No. She hadn't shown the second part yet.
black father tells you early that you can't get away with the same shit whites do. Oh, goddammit. Had me in the first half. When do white people get away with stabbing?
That stabbing in broad daylight in front of dozens of witnesses. No one gets away with that shit.
What is this? Where do these people live? Earth 2? Culture. When you get called for jury duty, do that shit. Make sure you do your part in serving justice. Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony.
So every black defendant in every court is guilty of murder, and you should sentence them to 35 years plus. Yes, that's very... No, I know that's not what they mean, but it's hilarious that that is one possible interpretation.
Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony. Every black defendant.
Some people, if they take that advice, they're going to be sentencing every black man to jail for any crime.
And every court case everywhere is a murder. Are you sure that's what you want to go with? I love how
She gets it.
he's basically like, go do jury duty so you can go blindly support any black person regardless of what they did. What the like, I don't support every white person. Some of you are dumb. What's wild is this wasn't even like a
I take offense. No, kidding.
cop kills black guy thing where like there might be some debate about like police brutality and over policing and things like that. No, this was just straight up a black kid stabbed a white kid and they're losing their minds because he's going to prison over it. Fascinating.
Carmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. The only reason Carmelo
Well, it's not just black people that are stupid.
Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking bigoted country, and Carmelo Anthony was black.
Wow, thanks for the input, gay.
No. If anyone, I'm just telling you, for any listeners out here, if you take a knife somewhere and then stab someone else in the heart, unprovoked, in front of a dozen witnesses in broad daylight, you're going to jail. I'm sorry. There is no way to get you out of that.
Hey, Colonel Sanders, I fucking hate the...
There were no witnesses. Then maybe you could get lucky. But with a dozen witnesses in broad daylight? Nope.
Yellowstone hicklib bit. Oh, I'm a big tough country cowboy. Y'all better not say them slurs around here. Yeehaw! Wow. Just freaking wow. Disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example. Dear white people, don't let this verdict fool you. You'll still get fucked up playing them Austin games. Don't let this verdict of a guy who stabbed someone fool you. You're still gonna get stabbed. What? Strong suspicion that a lot of pro Carmelo stuff I see here is some psyop. Bro, this is what I tried to tell myself for like 6 years
That is some serious coping.
about the online left. It's all a CIA psyop from the billionaires.
Though I will say there might be a small part of that psyop, but there's still a lot of stupid people out there.
To make leftism look as unappealing as possible to the working class. Bro. Of course an all-white jury found a black boy guilty for defending himself. Fuck you racist white pieces of shit. Fuck you racist white pieces of shit. That sounds extremely racist. Black people can't be racist, stupid hoe. It was not an all-white...
I'll say, again, media. The coverage of the left side of the media of this, I think it's left room for these type of people to come to this type of conclusions. some of the coverage of the Carmelo Anthony case was really bad.
Jury. There were Asian people, there were Hispanic people, and the black people they did ask to do jury duty in this case turned it down because they admitted they would be too biased. Like they literally said they would just vote not guilty because Carmelo is black. On one hand, I appreciate the honesty. On the other hand, what the f***?
If they say, can you be fair? Don't say, no, I'm not finna put a black man in jail. Don't say that. Don't say, I hate white people and I don't care what he did. Don't.
She's saying don't say that even if you believe it. That's the problem. She was saying don't say that because it's wrong and you shouldn't be. That'd be fine. But she's saying, yeah, even if you hate white people, don't admit it. Even if you are going to build not guilty for the white black person, no matter what, don't admit that.
Do that. That's what people were doing in this case. Okay. And then everybody's like in an uproar because there's no black people on the jury when damn near half of the black people who could have been on the jury canceled themselves out. Don't do that. Y'all be regular.
Overruled.
Just be regular.
Oh, God.
That's right. Get in there and lie to the court so you can free a person because he murdered a white guy. Incredible stuff. Also, I like how they said, just be regular. Just be regular. Just get on the jury so you can free the murderer. Then return to acting irregular. This case is really affecting me, making me want to go to law school and fight for my people. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Your people being murderers? Is that what you're talking about? Murderers? Your people being murderers? Also, if by some miracle you happen to get into law school, you'll be disappointed to find out that intentionally stabbing someone and killing them is in fact murder, regardless of what your skin color is. And there were some people coming at me like, oh, I bet you'll defend Chud the Builder. And like, first of all, who the f*** is Chud the Builder? This is how I know I'm
I haven't looked into that at all.
Getting old. They keep making these random fucking streamers in a vat overnight and then like releasing them. Did you hear about Pee Boy 57? Like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't know who that is. If Chud the Builder killed someone, or in this case, attempted to kill someone, then he should face consequences for that. Yes. Okay, your turn. Should Carmelo Anthony face consequences? No? Oh, that's weird. Looks like only one of us is the hypocrite here. See, I am not like you. I have a functioning brain and an IQ of probably maybe over 100. I can look at things on a case-by-case basis and not blindly support or attack something like a mindless drone. Let's go see what they're saying over on Blue Sky, shall we?
Oh no, oh no.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm done again. Bye. Stay out of black people's mentions about Carmelo Anthony. We are the reason not one black juror was seated. We are the reason that an appeal filed on those grounds will surely fail. We are the reason Jim Crow is once again law of the land.
And just to let you know, a huge portion of people on Blue Sky are journalists. The media.
My God, what has this country come to when a man can't freely murder another man in cold blood and get away with it? Literally
In front of dozens of witnesses.
Jim Crow. Yeah, white people cannot be trusted after this trial with Carmelo Anthony. Honestly, that 35-year sentence coming down on the teenager Carmelo Anthony felt like a proxy for a lynching. Carmelo Anthony defended himself against two white supremacists. Now that black people stand up for themselves, white fragility is taking over. They simply can't handle it.
God.
He saved himself from being lynched, and now he has to spend decades in prison. F***ing racist country. Huh? He was being lynched? Yes. Do these people live in the Netflix adaptation version of reality or something? What is going on? Stabby, jail. No stabby, no jail. The
Too complicated for these people, Shoe0nHead.
only reason Carmelo was convicted is because he was black. If this was a white boy, there would never be charges files. I decree that the people who was involved with this case will begin to reap the unjust decision upon their own head to 1,000 generations.
Good on you to read the typos, Shoe0nHead.
All you bigoted racist people. An all-white jury. Of course Carmelo Anthony would be convicted. Not an all-white jury. Yes, an all-white jury. Stop trying to make excuses for racism. No, not an all-white jury. Who are they trying to convince? Other people or themselves? Anyone defending Carmelo Anthony knows that they're not defending him in good faith. Carmelo is obviously guilty of a murder that he intentionally instigated. Defending murderers like this only hurts the black community. We need to hold ourselves accountable and
I'll look into that later.
hold ourselves to a higher standard. Oh my God, a normal person on Blue Sky. Bro, what are you doing? ourselves
A
to
normal
a
person? I missed that.
higher standard. Oh my god, a normal black community. Guilty of a murder that he intentionally instigated. Defending murders like this only hurts the black community. We need to hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves to a higher standard. Oh my god, a normal person on blue sky.
That's yes. That's so unusual. I'm speechless.
Bro, what are you doing? Get out of there. Go, run. An all-white jury in Texas convicted Carmelo Anthony of murder. Proof that the U.S. never ended the practice of lynching. They let the courts do it instead. You don't have to support what Carmelo Anthony did to recognize the problem with sentencing a child to spend 35 years in prison based off of the deliberations of an all-white jury.
Sentencing a murderer, a premeditated murderer, to jail for 35 years.
Said it again, award! Said it again, award! All-white jury! All-white jury! It's time to play Horseshoe Theory! Contestant number 1. Here is the tweet. Stop sending your kids to these race schools.
Oh, stop sending your kids to these black schools. Definitely a white supremacist.
Oh, I'm sorry. The tweet is stop sending your kids to these white schools. And it came from the account Dapper Domo, who is black. You know what that means? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Into the pits! Stop bringing non-black people into black spaces. Teach your kids to defend themselves by any means possible. Keep your black kids in black spaces as much as possible. Keep your black children away from these devils.
If we had segregation still, none of this would have happened. He wouldn't have had no interactions with any white boy because we would have been in an all-black school.
We are going to...
She is right. This would not have happened if there had been segregation. And we'd have an 18-year-old white boy that was still alive. And Carmelo Anthony wouldn't be heading to jail. You're so right.
reverse engineer segregation, aren't we? But wokely. We don't want those evil white people drinking out of the same water fountain as us, am I right? Honestly, my honest, real opinion about this, my hot take of the video, everybody, here it comes. Lukewarm, microwaved, 4-day-old mac and cheese take, here it comes. If they want to go make their own, like, all-black schools, all-black towns, they should be allowed to. Go for it. Black people want to go create Wakanda? They should be able to, but white people should be allowed to create Agartha. If people want to willingly segregate themselves, they should be allowed to go ahead and do that. Deadass, who cares? Everyone else can live in a desegregated society. They can go.
This sounds nearly anti-immigration, Shoe0nHead, because, one way to make Europe was an all-white society if you just reverse that mass migration.
Have their ethnostates, but there is only one side that will not be able to do that. I always wondered though, let's say they do make a white ethnostate. What counts as white? Because 100 years ago, I would not have counted as white. I'm Ellis Island mystery meat, you know this. Is there like a one drop rule? Do they like whip out the eye chart at the gate and they're like, ah yes, A10s, you may enter. Is Brittany Venti allowed in the white ethnostate? Honestly, she's like an honorary Aryan at this point. She white mogs me. Anyway, we are getting distracted. Where were
white mogs?
We? Ah yes, hell. We were in hell. I'm black. I haven't stabbed anyone in the chest after being asked to leave a tent. I'm not in prison. I'm free. It's not hard to not commit a crime. Listen, I appreciate the sentiment here, but how did we get to a point where this is like a breath of fresh air? Let's check the replies. Hopefully people are agreeing. No. Shut your hoe ass up. Emmett Till didn't commit a crime either. What happened to him? You're not black. You're not black. You're a boy, you ain't black. You may be black, but you ain't black. Yes, because being black is supporting all black people everywhere regardless of what they have done. All the normal black people are just called like pick-me's. They're called pick-me's for having a brain and not going along with this race grievance bullshit. Every time like they speak out about this, they're just called the C word, you know what I mean? The term for this animal. Is that a slur? Like, I know what that's like to a degree. Granted, it's over me making fun of like women on TikTok, but like I know what it's like watching people in your community act like fucking morons. I feel you, my brothers. Oh my god. Editor. Edit that out. Edit that out. By the way, if you want an uncensored, uncucked version of this video and all the videos a day early, sign up to be a member on my Patreon. Link down below. All Patreon members get the uncensored, uncucked version. You can hear me say fucking shit and Anyway, let's get back to the video. Oh my God.
This is a racist ass country. We're in a racist ass state.
And I'm looking at some of the racists right now.
This is a racist ass court. There ain't nothing else to talk about.
First of all, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was staring at her titties the whole time. Those are giant titties. Just left the courthouse, and any white person can get it for real. I don't give a f it. Dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again. Apparently, a bunch of people on TikTok are doing the Austin Bop, where they dance to a song made about Austin Metcalf's murder while reenacting the stabbing.
Austin Bop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the f you gonna stop me? Going out back Marlo at the box.
They were also making AI photos of themselves pissing on Austin's grave. You know, I was always told not to judge people by the color of their skin, but
by their actions, yes.
The content of their character. And boy, am I judging these people by the content of their character. What the f? These people are freaks. Martin Luther King Jr. would be rolling in his grave looking at all this. Carmelo Anthony, a black teenager, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted by a jury with no black jurors. Oh, God, here we go again. No black jurors. Who is this moron? Who is this idiot? Oh! Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter. Wonderful. Awesome. I'm done. It's been a good 12 years, but I'm done. Channel's done. Video's over. This officially broke me. I'm done. Go watch Moist Critical. Go watch Asmongold. I'm done.
And right off the bat, man, free Carmelo. Straight up. I don't give a fuck about no white lives. F that cracker. We smoking on that Austin Pat. I don't care anymore. Because
I have to say this is the ugliest dude I've ever seen.
Because it ain't no good in this shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they trying to lay the law down. All that shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up.
Like, I don't care anymore.
I wasn't even listening to what he was saying. I was just staring at his face.
Cause it ain't no good in that shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they try to lay the law down up that shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up.
Thank you for reading what he said, because I missed all of it. I don't think I missed much, actually.
Beautifully said. Thank you, sir.
There isn't a black American on earth that is surprised by what just happened to Carmelo Anthony. Not one black face in that jury box, not one peer, not one person who has ever navigated this country in melanated skin. And if you think that doesn't matter, then you haven't been paying attention to the last 400 years of American history, because you don't want to. This is not new. This is the system working exactly as it was designed.
First of all, the Black Panther LARP is cringe. It's gotta go. This isn't the 1960s. You aren't protesting segregation. You're making a fucking TikTok video, okay? Second of all, this is the system working exactly how it was designed. Yeah, I'd hope. When you kill someone, you go to jail. Like, am I missing something? It was actually a refreshing change that the system was working for once. I'm tired of waking up to headlines like, man who raped corpse on subway gets 5 years in jail. Like, I'm not kidding. That was like a real headline I saw the other day.
I'ma say it since nobody else said. Austin. Glad your ass dead. Austin, fuck his family, and I hope they get this message to have a up day in here, Austin. I hope you over there burning up, bitch.
I'm so proud of y'all for kicking that white boy. See, they not used to this happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. Can we please pick a day where we just the white people up? Matter of fact, I wish I knew where the little white boy grave was so I can go spit on that bitch.
How the f are any of these videos still up? There were so many of these videos. Are these people like CIA psyops? I'm doing it again. No. This got so bad that people were actually going out and assaulting white people to get revenge. Obviously, I can't show these videos, but there were multiple incidences of this. These people live in a delusional alternate reality, and they're becoming radicalized to take revenge for shit that isn't even happening. But like every other week, I have to read another stupid New York Times article about how like 20-year-old white boys are being radicalized into the alt-right because they watch Jordan Peterson or some shit. Like, you. And like, people have been so brainwashed to believe that they're racist because they post like edgy memes. No, you're not racist with your 4chan memes. These people are racist. You're like a level 1, maybe level 2 racist. These are like level 9 racists. You have no idea what racism is. I've seen your friend groups. Racist friend groups do not care what race you are as long as you are also racist. These people are significantly more racist than you will ever be. Hell, even the KKK, level 10 racists, wore hoods to conceal their identity. These people are out here posting this full government name and face.
I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more.
I deadass got to look at my sweet innocent son one day and explain to him that people hate us simply because we were born black. What am I supposed to tell my son? I don't fucking know. Not to kill people? Like, okay, sorry.
Good start.
I don't know what it's like to be black, okay? I don't know. Maybe it's a completely different experience that I will never understand. But in this case, nobody is hating Carmelo because he is black. They are hating Carmelo because he killed someone. I basically said this on Twitter and some liberal account was like, remember when Shoe was a leftist? Ah yes, the famous leftist policy being
You're not a leftist anymore, yeah.
pro-murder. I remember back when Shoe0nHead was pro-murder. Silly me, how could I fall so far? Leftism isn't about wealth inequality or workers' rights, no, it's about letting black people stab white people, clearly. To be completely honest, I have seen what being a good leftist is to you people, and with all due respect, you fucking no thank you.
We also know now that yes, Carmelo Anthony may have had a tool in his backpack that no, he shouldn't have brought it.
Yeah, this ideology is responsible for a lot of the ignored race-based bullying in schools. Yep.
To a track meet, but it was there. It had a 3.5-inch blade, but also in that backpack, he had snacks. He had school puzzles, and he had a cross.
Your Honor, yes, the defendant may have had a knife, but he also had Cool Ranch Doritos. I rest my case. Real lawyer, by the way. That woman is a real lawyer. There were thousands and thousands of videos and tweets just like this. You probably get the point. These weren't just like cherry picked. They were everywhere. But it wasn't just Twitter nobodies and blue sky nobodies. There was also sitting Congress people saying this insane shit.
Black women live in fear and agony every single day. A fear and agony that I promise you, the Metcalfs probably never spent a day living that way.
Yes, someone.
Yeah, what up? We're watching a Shoe0nHead video about crazy black people, mostly. Very racist crazy black people. That you think it should be completely fine to just murder white people.
Probably never spent a day living that way.
Yes.
Nice to see you, Gus.
Someone's teenage son was murdered. But please keep in mind the real victims here. Black women.
I don't know what he had. It was like it seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the little scissors and everything and whatever.
God, those nails are long.
So it was small.
Your Honor, the knife my client used to kill the man was small. What? By the way, I've not seen a single Democrat politician come out and disavow this idiot. So until then, I'm just going to assume they all agree. What's funny is they can't come out and disavow it because they'll all be attacked and called racist, and they know it. This was a viral Substack written by a university professor. Are you ready for this? Dear Jeff Metcalf, your son is dead because you failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries. Yesterday evening, Jeff
Oh, this is painful.
Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, used his victim impact statement to address Carmelo Anthony directly after he was sentenced to 35 years after the court treated his act of survival as murder. The elder Metcalf...
He brought a knife to school, went to a tent he wasn't supposed to be at, started a fight, and then stabbed someone. Premeditated murder.
Reportedly described Austin as a boy, twin, son, leader, true warrior. He remembered him as a baby grabbing his finger. He talked about teaching him to fish, watching him take his first buck, and seeing him grow up too fast. He spoke of a scholarship created in Austin's memory, and said his family has been robbed. And right there, his own words. Jeff Metcalf told on himself. In your own memorial language, you told us about the kind of white boyhood Austin was raised inside. It was a boyhood steeped in conquest language, hunting rituals, warrior fantasies, masculine toughness, and the romance of force. You told us about a child praised for not just being kind, curious, gentle, or careful, but for becoming a leader and a warrior, in a racist culture where those words too often mean...
I'm lost for words. There should be no college professors that write stuff like this.
Dominance. This psycho saw a grieving father describe his son as a leader and a warrior and freak the f out because his son is white and therefore that's like white supremacy or some shit. In their world, white people are like only allowed to hate themselves, right? That's why libs are often the way that they are, just like absolute cucks, just like rolling over and showing their bellies. Haha, white people can't dance. Haha, white people, like, they don't season their food. Because being any...
Yes, if it had been reversed, they would be calling for the death penalty. I agree. And honestly, there are some white people calling for the death penalty, too, in this case. You stab an 18-year-old, yeah. You should at least minimum have life, not in prison, not just 35 years.
Anything other than that gets you treated like this. Reminder that this is a professor in a college teaching students right now, and you wonder why people are the way that they are. I swear we had it made in the 90s. I swear that was like peak.
Yeah, the parents fundraised off Carmelo and then bought a house instead of spending money on a lawyer.
Normalcy. Do you feel that way? Maybe I'm just like a stupid millennial, like nostalgiaing because I was a child back then and didn't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like race relations were better back then because it was all like, oh, we don't.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the black parents that fundraised off him. They didn't spend the money on a lawyer. They bought a house.
See color, and then they flipped it and they were like, actually, if you don't see color, you're racist. You have to acknowledge your white privilege and you're a colonizer. Like, what the f? I feel like my worldview's just been shattered. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we can't just all be in a circle and sing Kumbaya? What is this? Like, I was always taught from my parents, from my teachers, like, we shouldn't judge people on their skin color, blah, 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 blah. And like, were these people just not taught that? Were they not taught that? I feel like they were just taught from a young age, like, white people bad, like, it was just...
Yep, that's what they were taught.
Hammered into their fucking heads. And like, honestly, like, white people get told that in like university. Like, they go to college and they get told, white people are bad, white people are bad. It's really upsetting that a family had to bury their child, and it's all being overshadowed by insane people trying to make it about race. In a normal world, it wouldn't be about race, but we don't live in a normal world. I would like to believe a majority of people don't believe in some like Civil War, race war thing and still believe in the Kumbaya bullshit. Like, I just want to be like, okay, this is just a minority of crazy people on the internet. At least that's what I tell.
Yeah, once we get migration under control, get all illegals out of US and Europe, then we can go back to the Kumbaya.
Myself. So that was that video. Hopefully you got some enjoyment out of my brain breaking. If you like this video, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. We have started doing Patreon only live streams.
Okay. That was a great video. Painful in a lot of ways. It honestly was a little bit worse than I expected, which isn't surprising. Anyway, this will be on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Come watch on Kick or Twitch, and I'll see you next video. Bye.